Okay, welcome to my Abyssal Sire guide. So the requirements for this, you're going to want to have 85 Slayer as a minimum for the Abyssal Sire. Um, you're going to want to be on task when killing Abyssal Sire, and also you're going to want to have above 90 in all your combat stats. This is not a requirement. As you see, I have 88 defense, but it is preferred, especially offensively. I will be covering how to kill Abyssal Sire using magic and melee. I have found that it's just a little bit more convenient. This is how you get to Abyssal Sire, by the way. I just have the fairy ring in my house, but you can use, RD cloak or what have you to get to a fairy ring. Anyways, you just want to dip right in. DIP is the fairy ring code. And we're going to walk on over to Sire's Lair. Now, a couple of things to cover prefacing this is that Abyssal Sire does spawn little poison pools, I guess you would call them, on the ground. And if you don't have an antidote or you're not antidoted, like I am, you will take poison damage regardless, but if you don't have the antidote effect on you, then you will be poisoned. So you're going to want to have that in effect before even hitting the Sire, I would suggest. You're going to be using the trident to kill these vents. They're called respiratory systems, vents, whatever you'd like to call them. You're going to want to be on Ancients, and you're going to use Shadow Blitz. This will put out the Abyssal Sire after aggroing it. You're going to want to hit it again, and hopefully this will put it back to sleep. It usually does. Once he's asleep, or she, whatever, you're going to want to attack these respiratory systems. I prefer to play it safe, and what I'll do is kill this, move over to this, hit this again with a Shadow Blitz, and then move back over to these. As you can see, I have these tiles marked. This inner most layer of the layer, I guess you'd call it. This is what I would say is kind of the safe zone. These tendrils or tentacles will not be able to hit you within this radius. So you don't need to mark these tiles if you don't have rune light or whatever. And if you're pretty good and spatially aware, you're not going to need to anyways, but I just find it a little bit nicer. Why use magic instead of range, you might ask? Less switches, and ultimately it's just lazier, easier. Like half the time I bring an ancient staff because I don't really care about the speed. That being said, it's not efficient exactly, but it will make your kills a lot easier and less complicated. Now, the Sire, once you've gotten all these vents down, and I can walk you through a kill after I'm done talking, but once you have all these vents down, the Sire is going to come over to about here. Once you have the attack option, and you can attack the Abyssal Sire, you're going to want to just click on the Sire, and then click over to this side or over to this side, and walk underneath it. This will reduce damage taken. Now, as soon as the Abyssal Sire is, I think, at half health, she will move over to here. Once they move over to here, they'll basically like hug themselves and start spawning scions, which are just like little abyssal guys, and they can attack with melee and range. Now, the reason why I'm making this guide is because it's something that I had to learn myself, because a lot of the guides describe them as something that, oh, okay, you're going to want to bring ancients and blood spells, and you're going to want to heal up on these guys, and blah, 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 and out DPS Sire, and it gets way too complicated. Here's what you actually want to do. Once she starts spawning the little scions, ignore them. DPS. She's going to start rapidly spawning the poison pools. So what you're going to want to do is hit, walk. Hit, walk. Hit, walk. That's all you're going to do the entire fight. You don't want to start attacking the scions for no apparent reason, because it's not going to help you in the long run. This is going to ensure that you're going to out DPS the boss itself and not take a ridiculous amount of damage from them. I find that you take more damage trying to heal using blood spells than you would if you were to just aggro the boss, ignore the scions, take damage from the range and just eat up. That's why my inventory is a lot different from most people, because I find this is the most noob safe way of doing it. Bring one stamina potion, a couple of prayer potions. I have super restores. Get your super combat, get your antidote plus, and then the rest of your inventory should be your runes, your Drayman staff, your switches, and yeah, your food. I'm using the arc light as my melee weapon for the special attack. That's just kind of, I don't know, just the obvious choice when fighting any demons. Anyways, with that being said, let's get into a kill. So you're going to want to start off by attacking Abyssal Sire. And as soon as she is aggroed, you're going to want to put her to sleep. Once she's asleep, start attacking these vents. And the reason why you're going to want to use a trident or something quicker than just the ancient staff is because the ancient staff has a pretty slow DPS, and you're not going to be able to kill 2 vents within one sleep. And apparently I'm not going to be able to either. Here, let's go back, put her to sleep, and go back. See what I mean? This is pretty like scuffed, and that's how easy the boss is. You can take damage, you can do the wrong things, you're still going to manage to get a kill. Now, is it going to be the most efficient kill? No, but for those of you like me who are more casual players, who have played this game for a very long time and just want to progress their account, learn how to boss, this is a very easy boss to start out with, where there's several different mechanics outside of just, hit the boss, move over here, dodge this attack, whatever. There's different phases within this boss. Oh, here we go. Put her to sleep. Sorry, getting distracted from talking. Oh. See, most other... Oh, that is major lag. Most other YouTubers would probably not use this kill because it's quite scuffed, but I don't know. I don't really care. I'm just going to talk my way through this. That's the other thing, too, is that most people will just show you their absolute easiest kill on the boss. They're not going to show you their earlier kills once they've actually figured out how to do this. Now, there's more efficient ways of doing this, but this is the most noob safe way of doing this. Okay, so once you're engaging in melee attacks, you want to hit off your specs as soon as possible. You're going to want to pot up as well. I need my antidote as well. And the other thing that's important during this phase to increase your DPS is to be praying both melee and piety. Okay, hit that spec. Boom. Got a good one. Okay, so now she's going to move over to the middle. You just want to go here, wait until you can attack her, and go for it. So see these spawns and these pools? Okay, as soon as she does that, you're going to want to run away. And why you're going to want to run away is because if you're standing next to her when she teleports you, and I don't know if you noticed, but there was basically like a blue glow around me, and that was her trying to teleport me closer to her. As soon as she opens up the way she did, she would have hit me for an insane amount of damage. And so when that happens, you're going to want to run away as soon as she starts to teleport you towards her. You'll teleport a couple squares away from her. You're going to want to run away as soon as possible. As soon as you're done running away and she's expanded and she's got that weird orb in her chest, then you can start attacking her again. You see how quick that was? It really wasn't that bad. Less than 5 minutes to actually kill the boss itself. And I'm doing this guide with 7 kill count. I'm not that knowledgeable, and this kill really didn't take long. It's actually a quite easy boss. Once you get better, I've had kills where I've only ate 1 food. Obviously, this was a bit scuffed because I'm talking the entire time, but honestly, for noobs like me, where you essentially get good items just through grinding the game and taking way too much time on things, this is a very, very easy boss to just learn how certain mechanics in the game work. Other bosses that are good for noobs, I would say, is like Mole, KBD, Kraken, but those I wouldn't even really consider bosses because there's not really a mechanic to it. Anyways, that's enough. Hope you enjoyed my guide, and I hope it actually helps you. Yeah, so I will maybe be making more of these in the future, so if you'd like to see more RuneScape content, because that's a for sure thing, sub to the channel, give it a like, and happy scaping.